honor of Nihon New York's first episode on Japanese fashion, we are at the opening of Japan Fashion Now at the museum FIT. It's their new show, curated by Dr. Valerie Steele. It has some killer selections featuring everything from haute couture to street style, deconstructed look down to Lolita. You have your Issey Miyake, Yohji Yamamoto, Comme Garçons, and your newer brands like h.naoto, Phenomenon, Angelic Pretty, and Baby the Stars Shine Bright. I'm particularly excited because I happen to be a lender for the show, so there's two mannequins down there wearing my clothes. So let's go inside and take a look at the show. This is one of the ensembles I contributed, bought over 2000 and 2008 in Tokyo. The outfit consists of h.naoto, a little Hello Kitty, a little glamorous fucking rock, and a little Alice Awa, who's one of my favorite designers who does deconstruction really well. She's the spiderweb leggings and the top. It's almost like something a lady version of Two-Face would wear.
Right.
Half sort of fitted elegant and half deconstructed and dark.
Right, exactly. Which is like what almost all their
baggy.
designs. Yeah.
That's true.
It's a lot of like, there's the sweet and then there's the super dark mixed in.
Which is pretty much what this show is.
Exactly, yeah.
Like
and
over
what
there,
we love so much.
the sweet Lolita and the gothic Lolita,
Exactly.
you know?
I've been working on this exhibition for the past 2.5 years. So you have to imagine that back in 2008, I started thinking that Japan fashion was a really important contemporary topic. And at that point, I was just feeling that Japan hadn't been in the news. People thought it was old hat, that you thought back in the 80s Japan was big. But it seemed to me that throughout the 90s, there was so much Japanese street fashion that was interesting, and so much Japanese art and popular culture, manga, anime. It seemed that fashion as part of visual culture ought to be on the rise again, that we ought to be aware of Japan. The idea for the exhibition in a way was twofold. I wanted people to remember the first Japanese fashion revolution of the 80s and then to shoot fast forward into the 21st century. And in the 21st century room, I wanted people to have a sense of a virtual tour to Tokyo. So we have one platform which is all sort of high and avant-garde fashion, and the backdrop is Omotesando. Then the menswear, we have a backdrop of Ginza, so the two sort of high fashion neighborhoods. And then we have a long platform with the backdrop from Shibuya and Harajuku, which is all street style and subcultural fashion. And then a tiny little glimpse of Akihabara for cosplay, which is not fashion or street style, but is an amazing kind of visual culture.
This is definitely my favorite. The sort of military Mad Max meets Ziggy Stardust samurai boots with a little Greek tunic-y thing going on and the steampunk waistband. Can't forget the braid headband. Kind of one of the most radical ensembles I've seen the whole night here.
We have some little flashback to the 80s and 90s when you had the bozozoku, the bikers, and their very transgressive styles. But I'm also interested in some of the recent ones. So we have princess decoration style, and we have Mori Girl, Forest Girl, inspired by the Black Forest. Although we call it Gothic, Gothic Lolita really is even more Japanese than it is international goth. For a start, the girls don't listen to goth music, they're listening to Visual Kei. And also, it has that kind of sort of perverse cuteness and a deliberate kind of grotesquerie, which is rather different than Western goth. So you have something which can be a little punky, a little grotesque and dark, but also with this amazing cute quality.
And the militaristic, this one kind of goes with that one over there. Like that would be a great, this is the power couple.
Right, totally.
This one and that guy.
I also like the zipper one. I'm sad it's kind of hidden back there. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
It looks like the zippers are almost sequined.
Exactly.
That is
I
really
love that. And all this is reclaimed, like it's all used denim. This is all, the jacket is from all
Upcycling,
pants and
right?
stuff. Exactly. Upcycled. There you
Yes,
go.
yes.
A lot of Western designers love to go to Tokyo because it's a shot of future fashion in a lot of ways. It's just such an amazing visual feast of street style and high fashion and anti-fashion. And so you find designers all going there. And then you also find designers who keep looking back at the classics of Japanese fashion. The 1980s and the early 90s, especially Rei Kawakubo, anything sort of punkish and deconstructed. So that combination of classic Japanese revolutionary design and contemporary things, I think, influences a lot of designers, but in many different ways.
Fashion Now is on until January 8th, and it's the perfect place to get a really good look at the amazing variety of Japanese fashion that's out there.